What is going on, gamers? My name is Rockland Squawky, and I am the regular gamer, of course, and today we're going to go ahead and do a little bit more of a rant. This rant will be about being a manager. Recently, at my job, I got promoted. It was quite a big change for me. I would like to say that beforehand I was kind of considered an assistant manager, but there's some weird tiering that goes to it, where apparently I'm actually just an assistant manager now, but still. Now I'm a shift manager. And I just wanted to go ahead and let loose some of my ideas about what it's like doing that and what in the hell goes through my mind now. Because this is a big change for me. I've wanted this for a long time, and me and a friend of mine have been working on it forever now. Well, it seems like forever probably. But we've really just been working hard on it and trying to make sure that I know what I'm doing and I get things right. And he's just being an asshole and, you know, not being as supportive as he could be, but it's okay. So yeah, being a manager, it's a terrifying thing, honestly, because it's kind of like my first day as the manager, it was kind of just normal because they wouldn't expect me to do anything differently. You know, just my job, and it's kind of like being a cop. But imagine you're a cop that does another job. Like, everybody knows you've got that badge. And they're a little weary of that badge. And they're going to act a little bit differently around you because you have that badge. And so, now you've got this thing where people will listen to you like normal, but they're still really weary of every movement you make, kind of. Every movement they make and what you make. So to give you one example, I was scooping out some custard, a custard machine, and I was going to go and get a slide so I can run some more custard, and I was like, hey you, can you do this? Usually I get some sarcastic error like, no, you get it yourself, or something like that, and then they do it. There was nothing like that. It was just 100% an immediate yes. And for some reason my brain was so caught off guard by that. Just a legit yes? Because I'm not sure if they're scared of me or what, but just hearing that different answer 100%, it's kind of weird. That, and I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't stop smiling like an idiot. I was so happy when they first gave me my little dark blue shirt. That's what managers wear at Culver's. And it was just one of those things where I had it on and I just could not stop smiling. I was like, I worked so hard to get here. And I'm usually the lazy kid, too. It astounded me that I honestly got to this. It's baffling. And it's just this whole new thing where you've got a lot of responsibility. And the responsibility is not the bad part. It's just knowing what to do with that power. Like, the responsibility doesn't change. But now you have essentially this card that can destroy things. Like, if somebody's got an attitude with you, instead of saying, hey man, calm down, stop, just do your job, you legit can look at them and say, go home, don't come back. That is scary. It's like, I don't even know. It's not, it's kind of like you want to build a team, but now you have the ability to remove people from your team if you want. Like, instead of being forced to just deal with the team that you've got, you have the ability to grab your team and edit it. Kind of like you've been allowed to play around with your own NBA team. It's probably not the best way to say it, but you get my point. And that's really cool, but it scares the hell out of me. Because what if on my shift, things don't go right? What if I make a bad call or something? Or somebody's not happy so they quit. Well, now I'm down a coworker. And that's another thing. Thinking of them as my coworkers now, that freaks me out a lot. Like, I'm not thinking about them as my peers, my coworkers, or I don't mean to say it like that. It's kind of weird what I'm trying to say, but like, they're not my friends now. They're not my coworkers. No, they're my employees. That is insane to think that, like, I don't own them, obviously, but like, to think that they listen and follow me now. That's what they do. They're gonna listen to me. and follow my orders. It's just astounding to think that you have that type of ability now. Going from somebody who literally the day beforehand was right next to them. Literally, it happened like overnight. There was no manager training or anything like that. Well, kind of there was. It's like a build-up process. But to just go from, like, this is your coworker to this is your employee is wicked insane. Like, I didn't know how to deal with that. Because now people were saying, like, they were speaking to me as if I was their boss. And trust me, that's really fun. It's a lot of fun to hear those words. But it's different. You're so used to hearing, hey, Gage, not hey, boss, or we need a manager, hey, Gage. Or whatever, you know what I mean. And it's just that little tweak that changes everything, that makes it all different. And you start noticing it, and you start getting comfortable with it. And that's the thing I'm worried about. I don't want to get comfortable with it, because if I get comfortable with it, I feel like I'll abuse it. And that's the one thing that terrifies me the most, is that I feel like I could abuse that power any second. That at any moment, I will see myself and think, yeah, this is mine. So I deserve it. And I think that it makes me a better person for being aware of that. But in reality, if it happens, no matter what, it's still going to be bad. It's insane. A lot of people say that being a manager is also not as hard as it is. I don't think it's going to be that hard, because practically I just do everything I've been doing now and make sure everybody else does it that way now. But it's interesting. I'm excited that I got this opportunity, and I want to get into it more. And one other thing is that I think people misunderstand what being a manager actually means sometimes. Like, being a general manager is one thing, being a shift manager is an entirely different thing. Like, I'm just a shift manager, so being a manager is an entirely different story. Props to you guys if you're a GM or something like that. That's an astounding job, and I don't get how you could ever amount to do something like that. But, like, what was I trying to say? Yeah, there's so much more to just having that title than being a manager. Like, I can now put on my applications that I have management experience. I'm only 2 days in, but it's interesting that people can actually go up to me and be like, hey, this guy's got management experience, maybe we can abuse that somehow. Or now that my pay is up, people will pay me more because I have that much experience. It doesn't always work like that, trust me, it doesn't. But for those people to go, hey, Roxas, you've got some management experience, and you got paid $11, $12 an hour. Which, that's not how much I get paid. Dear God, I wish I got paid that much. But as an example, if that's what I did get paid, they're like, oh, you really had to know what you were doing, I'm assuming. So, therefore, we're going to go ahead and use you like that. And there's a lot of stuff that goes to that. Having that title on there, having the ability for your friends to now be able to go up to you and be like, hey, I don't know how to do this. What do I do? Or for them to be able to go up to you and say, hey, he's not doing this right, can you help me out? Like people report to you now. Like, you're, I don't want to say like the president, like the government of the store, kind of. Like, you're involved there now. That's another thing. You got that badge and the title, and now you gotta actually, like, you got the gun too. That's scary. And along with that, coming from someone like me, who's usually a slacker, I've grown a lot in the past year. I've only worked at this job for 11 months and 12 days now, I believe. 11 months and 12 days. And I still remember my first day there, just confused as ever. What the hell do I do? And I slowly but surely made them realize that I was serious about being a manager. And it was one of the funniest things ever, because I told them all. I told every single one of them what I was going to do. And they all took it for a joke. And you know what? I'm going to tell everybody right now, I'm going to own a Culver's one day. I'm going to own a Culver's. And you guys can take that as a joke if you want, but one day it's going to happen. And they're going to be like, holy crap, he wasn't kidding. And that's what I want. I want it to be unexpected. I want them to know that the slacker did what he did, and he worked hard. The slacker did it, and he got where he got. And where that got him was he was owning a store. I think that's pretty cool to be able to think I could say that one day. And I hope to get there one day. And to my friend who helped me get this far, I don't know if you're watching this, you probably aren't, who knows. But Mr. Wise, you are my best friend. I want to say thank you for doing what you did. You've really gotten me far, and I appreciate everything that me and you went through to get me here, so just thank you for everything. I'm not done working on it. We're going to keep going with it, and we are going to demolish this industry. We're going to make it the best it's ever been. Other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this video short. It's probably a lot shorter than usual. Who knows? Maybe it's 20 minutes. Who knows? Other than that, guys, if you guys can do me a favor and nuke that subscribe button, that would be amazing. I would very much appreciate it. Besides that, I am Rocks and Squawk, and I am the regular gamer. Remember that name, nuke the subscribe button, and I will love you. Peace out.